Hi, I'm Rob from HopZine.com. Thanks for joining me for another video beer review. This time we've got a bottle of beer from Northern Monk Brew Co. Based in Leeds. It is their Strannik Imperial Stout, 9% ABV. This was actually brewed at Hambleton's, I think, in just outside York, kind of North Yorkshire. I'm recording this on the day that Northern Monk had their kit delivered to their new brewery in Leeds, which is just kind of like around kind of Holbeck way. You can just know Water Lane if you know kind of Leeds. Really exciting times. I mean, I know the two guys who were involved primarily with Northern Monk. Really excited to see their kind of brewery progressing. Can't wait to get down there and taste their beer on site. There's going to be like they're going to have their own kind of tap room and stuff, so you'll be able to drink the beers on site. So this is their Imperial Stout. It's really exciting. I've got to give a shout out to my good friend Dave Bishop, who was involved in the early days of the creation of this beer. I've got to give props up to there, but definitely this was brewed by brewer Brian Dixon, who some of you might know from the Grove in Huddersfield, one of the best pubs in the country. Brian was always a big part of the Grove. I mean, and now he's the head brewer, Northern Monk. Got something exciting to show you in a second addition to this. So let's get this open. I actually did drink a bit of this the other day, half of this the other day, when they were at the Leeds Food and Drink Festival. So big thanks to Russ over at Northern Monk for giving me this bottle to take a look at. Is it bottle conditioned? Not sure. Let's not risk it. Anyway, beer in glass, absolutely black as night. You can see later bits of carbonation hanging around there. Absolutely black as night. A real nice, clean sheen to it. The head, a fizz, which is hanging about of, I'd say, kind of like a mid-brown head. Looks great. Looks like Imperial Stout. Let's give it a sniff. Oh, lovely. Definitely getting a really nice combination of things. Licorice, but also coconut. There's a really nice rich caramel in there. Raisins. Yeah, a real nice dark chocolate in there. Coffee. That's really interesting. First, because when I had it the other day, I was really thinking more about those kind of more raisin and plum, things like that. The aroma this time is definitely more on the kind of like rich caramel and coconut. Smells great. Let's dive in. Cheers. First thing that grabbed me as well, once again, that coconut and coconut, chocolate, coffee. Definitely licorice hanging around in there. Definitely a big old kind of burnt, kind of charred note. Definitely a big amount of bitterness, really. I mean, I think the IBUs, it's quite up there. I mean, I think it's might be 70 to 80, something like that. So I think it's hopped with Northdown. So British hops, very traditional recipe, I think. Reminds me in a lot of ways beers like Old Rasputin from North Coast, very highly regarded beer. So it's more that kind of like charred, bitter, kind of like burnt carbon. It's definitely a tang of hops, big time there, maybe accentuated by the kind of like bitterness from the dark malt. Ridiculously drinkable. I mean, it does have a nice amount of kind of like sweeter, creamy caramel and chocolate, but it does have really quite prevailing bitterness. Reminds me a lot, actually, in certain ways, especially like bitterness, as found as Imperial Stout. Good stuff. Really does absolutely bags of flavour. But the other interesting thing I want to show you is this small box of chocolates from Lauden Chocolate, which is also another Leeds-based company. These chocolates were being served with a third of Strannik at the Leeds Food and Drink Festival. And that's because these, really, Lauden Chocolate is really kind of highly regarded Leeds-based a chocolatier doing things. Well, it's very, just doing a read into the on the website about the kind of reasons behind it. It really reminds me of why a lot of microbreweries cropped up, because they like, as far as breweries go, they started brewing beer because they couldn't find the beer they wanted to drink. They didn't find anything the quality that they were after. Same applies to these guys. Yeah, I've never had these before, apart from the other day at the festival. But I've always been really familiar with this product, hanging around there like farmers markets and certain kind of shops in Leeds. So this chocolate is made, which is chocolate truffle made using Strannik. So as I said, you bought a third of this, and then you got to pair it with a lovely chocolate which is used. Excuse me, just talk amongst yourself while I open this packet. To be honest, come on you bugger. Just opening it. Yeah, I'm doing it. Nearly there, nearly there. Bear with me. It's going to be worth it. There we go. So, carefully take one of those out. Put the rest down. If there's any left by the end of the night. Let's see. Shouldn't eat all them. Anyway. So yeah, real nice kind of like, quite a pronounced bitterness for Imperial Stout. Truffle, lovely. Really intense dark chocolate. And it just fills in that gap, which maybe it could be filled in. I'd like that. It's got a real pronounced bitterness, but if it could have a bit more, what this is adding, it's really kind of like doing the business. So, you know, there's charred flavours in both. Really getting dark bitterness, sharp tart bitterness. And those dark malts, this is going down no bother. This is not helping the proceedings, worryingly. But then this adds the sweetness what the beer is lacking, because it is quite a bitter Imperial Stout. Fantastic chocolates. Yeah, it just there is a gap, I guess, in the beer. But the roast is really nice. There's an initial modest sweetness, drops away to really quite a big bitterness, and then that chocolate really adds in that kind of gap. Hopefully, this is going to lead on to other things, including maybe a chocolate Strannik. I can see this beer working really well in a whiskey barrel, actually. Maybe something like a Speyside, something like that. Maybe something a bit more peaty. I think that would work really nicely in a barrel. So, Lauden chocolates from Leeds, made with Strannik Imperial Stout, absolutely stonking. Really nice chocolates, really nice stout. Get online, check out Northern Monk at northernmonkbrew.co.uk. I think it's just .co on here because it was really clever that they did that, but I think it's .co.uk now. Got a really cool website, really nice branding. Keep your eyes out on Twitter for these guys, because the brewery is probably going to be up and running. I think the first brew they're planning to be done sometime in July. Try and get this video up sooner than I do with most of my videos. So I think you should really check them out. If you're in West Yorkshire, in the north, just make the effort, come down, check them out, because it's definitely going to be worth it. One of the exciting buzzers around northern beer for me at the moment. So yeah, once again, big thanks to Russ at the brewery for handing over a bottle of that and those fantastic chocolates. Nice stuff. Keep your eyes peeled. I'm Rob from HopZine.com. See you next time. Cheers.